Hi guys, welcome back. We just did something really quick and easy, so now we're going to go ahead and do something a little bit more complicated. We did a Yoshi, now it's our turn to do a Mario. This one you're going to need 1 blush, 3 red, 2 dark blue, 1 black, 1 brown, and 1 little white round. So we're going to need 2 blushes. Let me just grab that second one out. So first we're going to start with our head. Go ahead, fill that up until there's about 4.5 inches at the end. We're going to start off with an ear, which is a simple loop. Go ahead and make a 2.5 inch bubble here, another ear. I'm just going to bring our rest of our blush down and back up again. And then lock in the rest of our blush down to there. So now you should have something that looks like this. There's 3 bubbles to it and then 2 ears on the end. Next, we take our brown. I usually like to use the lighter brown for it. And there go my doggies. This one you're not going to need as much. You're going to need about maybe 5 inches at the end here. This is going to act as our hair and our little hat anchor. So I just tied it to our first ear. I'm going to bring it across the back here. Connect it to the second ear. I'm just going to start filling in the hair. So I'm going to go across here. Bring it up again. So it looks like that. So we get 3 consecutive brown ones. Once again through the back. So that covers up one of the blushes. Lock that in. So you should see 2 blush balloons, and then the rest will be brown. This is where we're going to put our face. So, we have that done. Take your second blush. We're only going to need a little bit of it. So, about a 1 inch bubble there. We're going to, don't cut it, just squeeze it all the way down to the end. Because we're going to use this. Okay, so now it's down at the end. We have our knot down here. Give it a little twist so that most of the air doesn't come out. We're going to go ahead and doesn't matter which side you put it on, usually whichever one has more hair toward the front, that's going to be our top. Less hair is going to be the back. So, since I have more hair up here, I'm going to put the nose in through the middle here. Then using our tail, I'm going to feed it through the blush here and pull it out through the bottom. So that it looks like this. It looks like a nose and a really, 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 really long giraffe neck. Whee! Now that we have our nose, we're going to go ahead and grab our black. And my doggies are still barking. Lovely. I'm not going to need too much. Say about 2.5 inches. This is where we're going to make our mustache. So go ahead and tie your nozzle to the ear. Doesn't matter which one you do. You're going to separate into 3 1/2 inch, well, about 1 inch bubbles. So 1, 2, make sure you have extra air at the end, and 3. So I have 3 bubbles, and then the rest here. I'm going to go ahead and take my nose. So you grab your nose. You're going to bring it up into the black, like so. And then go ahead and twist your black around the nose. So just do one little twist, and that locks it in. So I'm going to continue with 3 bubbles on the other side. Try to keep them uniform in size, so that it looks like that. If you're going to go do a Luigi, it's just 1 bubble on one side, 1 bubble on the other. Tie the rest into our ear. I usually like to connect it to the other ear, so I'll pull the rest of our black across the head, lock it in here, and then tuck it. Lock and tuck. So therefore, we have a little head. We got 2 ears, nose, mustache, and hair. So now we're going to go ahead and grab a red. And here we're going to start working on the arms. Sorry, got an itch. Okay, got it. I'm going to go ahead and fill it up to about 4 inches. You do a standard hand, which is a 1-inch bubble, then a loop, lock in the nozzle. Now I'm going to go up to about 3 inches up, so right here. Going to do a twist, 2 loops here, because this is where we're going to put our head. So 1 loop, so it looks like that. And then go ahead and do a second loop. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the arm on the other side. Loop. Twist. And anchor it down. So therefore we have our arm base. So I'm going to go ahead and take our head, grab it by the long neck here. I'm going to go ahead and put it right into our head base here. Make sure you loop it around all balloons so that they all stay stable. Go ahead and spread the arms out so you get something that looks like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and take our blues. This one's going to be about 5 inches at the end. That is weak. And this one's going to be a little bit longer. I think this one's a metallic and the other one's just a regular one, so you'll be able to see. Nope, they could be the same. Okay. This one I'm going to put a little bit more air in it, so it's about 4.5 inch or 4 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and make a 1-inch bubble here. We're going to grab our arm, we'll loop it around, like so, and lock it in to our 1-inch bubble that we made. So it looks like that. So you got your 1-inch, looped around, and then connected right back in. Do the same thing with the other side. Alright, this is where it gets a little complicated. Here, we're going to make sure that 1 bubble's going to be on the back, 1 bubble's going to be on the front of the 1-inch bubble. We're going to bring them together and twist them. So it looks like that. You got 1 on one side, 1 on the other. So now, so you can see we have a different size right here. This one's short, this one's long. So bring it down, bring them together. Got a little thing over there. So they're about 2.5 inches. Twist. Bring the big one back up, and we're just going to fill it in. back down, and twist. So now the legs look about the same. Now remember we have our long neck still sticking out in the back here. We're going to go ahead, loop it around the blue one here, pull it down, go around the legs, and bring it right back up. Therefore, the legs don't come undone, the body doesn't come undone, and you don't end up with a weird Snake Mario. So give it a pull, loop it around the body, pull it down, around the legs, right back up, loop it around a third time, and tuck it away. Go ahead and pull your overalls up, because we don't want them to fall down. Because if you left the blush down at the bottom, kids would go ahead, grab it, pull it out, and woohoo, Mario's got a little ding-dong. So now, we're going to go ahead and, just as we did with our hands, we're going to go ahead and make feet out of the ends of our blue. So 1 inch bubble, loop, and tie it together. Same thing with the other side. 1 inch bubble, loop, and bring it back in. Therefore, we got his overalls done, we got his shirt done without wasting a lot of red, and finally we got to get his hat done. This one, we didn't have to use too much red with it, we just needed to have 2 red. I just grabbed an extra one in case it went and exploded like the Yoshi one did. So with your red, you're going to go ahead and fill it up to it's about 3.5 inches at the end. Tiny tweak. And like we did with the brown, we're just going to go over top of it. Except we're going to leave kind of a big opening in the second balloon. So I'm just going to go ahead and start laying down the red. So just keep going across the head. So I just put my first red one down. I'm going to go ahead and make a big one here. So therefore there's a little bit of extra space here. That's where we're going to put our white. Make the brim of the hat next. And then I'm just going to fill in the brown spot that I have here with the last of the red. So therefore, we have a big one on the top, we got the brim, and then we got the back hair. We still have some of this hair sticking out at the bottom. So finally, we take our white, puff that up a little bit. My doggies are still barking. Give it a little squeeze to make sure it's not too big that it's gonna like dart out from the hat. We're gonna go ahead and place it in between the brim and our larger balloon. Pull the nozzle back, like so. I like to connect it into the ear. Any which ear. Straighten the head around. And the feet. So therefore we have a Mario. Go ahead and take your red, draw the little M. And go ahead and draw the eyes on. If you need help with eyes, I do have a drawing eyes tutorial in one of my older videos. again, if you're doing Luigi, just change the mustache style, change the hat color, and the shirt color. And there you have an instant Luigi. So, therefore, it looks like that. It's a me. I'm full of gas. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you wanted to make sure kids don't pull on the nozzle, go ahead and tuck that into the overall too while you're at it. So guys, have a wonderful evening. Whoop. He's still here. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you still enjoy the channel and everything. I do. Sorry about the dogs barking in the background. But I hope you enjoyed the little balloons. Have a great evening. Have a wonderful rest of the summer. And don't forget, if you're going to be in Wildwood the 14th and the 15th, I'll be there. I hear you, dogs. Just go ahead and say hi. Okay? Have a wonderful night. Bye.